time for another episode of Spark Gaming Essentials. I'm Janessa.
And I'm Julian. Here's a closer look at some of the games coming out in just the first 8 days of June.
The popular show on Cartoon Network is getting a spin-off video game called DC Superheroes Teen Power. In the game, you'll fight and play as your favorite DC characters like Batgirl, Wonder Woman, and Supergirl to save the city after a robot attack on Metropolis. The game consists of 2 parts, fighting robot baddies in the pursuit of justice, and fitting in as a normal high school student without revealing your secret identity. In battle, each character uses their own special abilities to attack enemies. Batgirl is a gadgeteer, so she can string up some weapons like the Batarang and the Bat Hook, while Supergirl has her heat vision and super breath, and Wonder Woman throws around the lasso of truth and her flying shield. After fighting evil, the girls will take on the missions like raising funds to repair the town, or customizing their characters with styles you've seen throughout the DC universe, and posting selfies to Superstapost, just to blend in and be normal, of course. If you're a fan of the show, I think you'll enjoy this game as there's a lot of Easter eggs and familiar places that you'll recognize. It's also fully voiced by the same star-studded cast. In case you didn't know, Tara Strong, who plays Batgirl, has over 600 credits to her name, including Timmy Turner from Fairly OddParents and Bubbles from Powerpuff Girls. I also think you'll enjoy this game if you're a fan of superhero pop culture, and especially if you love the DC universe. DC Superhero Girls Teen Power is rated everyone 10 and up and releases on June 4th exclusively on the Nintendo Switch.
If you're a fan of tactical shooters and creative assassination, then look out! Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2 is aimed squarely at you. This is the 6th game in the Sniper Ghost Warrior franchise and the sequel to Contracts, which shifted gameplay away from the open-world non-linear style of its predecessors in favor of more focused missions set in sandboxes. That's not to say the maps aren't still enormous. If anything, Contracts 2 has placed more of an emphasis on long-range sniping, setting up some perches as far as 1,000 meters from the noggin you're supposed to poke a hole in. From that far away, it's not as simple as placing the crosshairs over your target and pressing the night-night button. You'll have to account for wind speed and bullet drop if you're going to make hard physics and squishy enemies collide. Get the math wrong and your target could hunker down somewhere without big convenient windows, while lots of angry men come looking for you just to chat, they swear. But get it right, and you'll be rewarded with a super slow-mo shot of your bullet spiraling through the air and turning some poor bad guy's thinky meat into a chunky watermelon smoothie. The game has a bigger scope than sniping alone. Your contract assassin Raven has an unlockable arsenal of secondary weapons, explosives, and gadgets like drones and turret guns. Contracts 2 also has a bigger emphasis on finding creative ways to scratch names off your bucket list. So if you enjoyed the way that Hitman games let you express yourself, or if you just like tactical shooters like Sniper Elite or the previous Sniper Ghost Warrior games, pull the trigger on Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2 when it launches for the Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4 June 4th, or when the PlayStation 5 version hits its target July 16th.
So, did everyone go through a medieval obsessed period in middle school, or was I just the weird girl showing up in a cape? I wish that was a joke, but in our next game, we'll all get to live out our medieval dreams. Chivalry II is a multiplayer first-person slasher designed to be an epic yet gruesome experience that satisfies the strange desire within us all to live through the glory, guts, and honor of a medieval movie battle. Continuing the story from the first Chivalry game released way back in 2014, you'll pick a side and fight to the bitter end in a massive battlefield of 64 players. Will you fly the red and black banner of the Mason Order, committed to strength, power, and crushing their foes? Or will you devote yourself to the Agatha Knights, the blue and gold nobles who cherish loyalty, duty, and honor? Once you choose a side, you'll customize your hero's appearance, as well as choose between 4 base subclasses, each with their own arsenal of weapons. Siege a castle or pillage a village, meanwhile dodging catapults, trebuchets, spike traps, and more. Yes, this game is going to be epic, but it's also going to be hilarious. There are ridiculous voice lines that you can set for your character. Heck, you can attack someone with a chicken if you want. Or keep fighting when all of your limbs have been, well, you know. If you've enjoyed other medieval multiplayer slashers like Mordhau, For Honor, or Mount and Blade Bannerlord, you'll have a swinging time with Chivalry II when it releases on June 8th for Xbox X and S, PS5, Xbox One, PS4, and PC.
Well, that'll wrap up our episode of Spark Gaming Essentials.
If you'd like to watch previous episodes of our show, head to youtube.com/GameStop. I'm Janessa.
And I'm Julian, and we will see you soon.